Hello, welcome back. Happy St Patrick's Day. So I can't be with you tonight live. You'll notice St Patrick's Day because I'm wearing a silly hat and I've got some Guinness in front of me. So if you're watching this live on St Patrick's Day or St Patrick's Day evening or another time, thank you for watching. Last couple of years I think I've done a St Patrick's Day live. Tonight it's not possible. I've just got back from a trip to America. If you've seen my other videos, if there's too many American videos, sorry boy to death for those. I'm out tonight to have a couple of Guinnesses down my local pub with some friends, but I wanted to pop on here to do a little unboxing, and I'm going to tell you something I don't think it's ever been done before. I'm doing something sneaky tonight. I hope if it goes to plan. If it goes to plan, this will be part 1. The next video will probably be tomorrow, will be part 2. Well, yeah, it'll be tomorrow for me. It might be tomorrow for you. It depends when you watch this video. So what I've done, now these are not new on the scene, I know that, but what I've done, I stopped off in the shop on the way home today. I treat myself. I've seen some reviews of these little gadgets before, and they've been about for a little while, but I do believe Tesco's, Guinness are doing a big push with Tesco's on these gadgets. It's called the Guinness Nitro Surge. Now, just to give you a little heads up, I did spend a good, we got a supermarket in the UK called Tesco's, and I don't know if you got them in where you live, or in the UK, Ireland, or wherever, America. Japan or wherever. I know I've got subscribers from all over the world. So anyway, at the moment Guinness is doing a big push in collaboration with Tesco's. They've got these everywhere in the shops. Now you've got the Guinness Nitro Surge gadget there, which is quite a bit of a bargain at the moment, and you've got the Guinness Nitro Surge cans of Guinness Draft there. You have to have the Nitro Surge Guinness cans. I haven't got my phone with me, so I've left it inside. I was going to read out to you what it does, but apparently it does something with the bubbles. It turns it into a proper pint of Guinness. In actual fact, the instructions are inside the box, so I'll get that out in a minute and show you how it works. I've never used it before. I've unboxed it, I've charged it. Let me just open it up first of all. Let me tell you the price first of all, actually. So in Tesco's, I applied, I don't know how I did it. I think one of the girls behind the counter did it for me. I applied for what's called a Tesco Club Card. If you've watched any of my other videos at all regarding whiskies and drinks, I actually, on the way out to America and back, I actually looked at duty free 2 or 3 times at the price of whiskies. Honestly, I don't think you can beat Tesco Club Card price. I think you applied for a little card, and basically I've got a card in my wallet. Whack it on the till. You walk around Tesco's, whiskies especially, they're 40, 50 quids, and they're always Club Card price, £32. There's quite a bit of money off. At the moment, let me just tell you how much this costs. So the Guinness Draft Nitro Surge device, £25. Club card price, £3. The club card is free, so why not get the club card? The cans of beer to go with it, I'll tell you what, I think they're pretty good. The large cans of beer, 550, 8 millilitres for 4 cans. £8, pound off, so they're £7, so less than £2 a can. You can't go wrong. Well, you can. We'll soon see how this works. I've read reviews on this, but you need to pour it a certain way. Basically, you put this on top of your can, you charge that up, put it on top of the can, pour it into your glass, and it's meant to give you a pint, near on as good as a pint of draft Guinness from your pub. Part 2 of this video, keep watching, because part 2 of this video, the plan is tonight to sneak out down a pub. I think, if it goes to plan, I think I'm going to take a sneaky... No, will I take a beer glass with me? No, I won't take a beer glass with me. I'll get a couple of Guinnesses down the pub tonight, drink a couple, empty glass out. I'm going to take a can of Guinness with me. I'm going to sneak one out inside the pub, and I'm going to sneak my little gadget with me. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to order in the pub. Now, don't tell anyone because they don't know. I'm going to try. There's a few establishments near me where I can be in walking distance, but I'm going to try and sneak in and order a pint of Guinness. But I'm going to try and somehow pour a can of Guinness into a glass using a Nitro Surge gadget without anyone seeing me. It's cold and damp, it'll be dark when I go out later on tonight, so I'm going to have to try and do it inside the pub. If I don't do it tonight, it'll have to be another time, I think. I was going to do it earlier in the daytime, sneak down a pub garden and do it in a pub garden, but it was peeing down with rain basically in the UK at the moment. It's dried up now, but I'm going out a bit later tonight. So the plan is, as I say, to get a pint of Guinness in a pub, poured out for me, and then do my little Nitro Surge can of beer through the gadget and do a one-on-one taste test and video that. We'll see how it goes. So Tesco's in the UK, club card price for the gadget, £25 minus £3 For 4 cans of beer, £8 minus £1. It's not too bad at all. I've got the instructions. Let me open the box up for you. It's a lovely little box. It comes in a cellophane wrapper, sealed with a little magnetic, and it's a magnetic, typical of Guinness. Nice fancy box. There's the instructions on how to pour it. So there's the gadget there. It's quite well made, and it's got obviously the logo on it and that. It's plastic. There's a little label on there. You can't put this in water. They supply you with a little brush to clean it out with. So if you take the wrapper off underneath there, you take the packaging out underneath. One thing I will say, it's got a USB, I think it's USB-A they called it. It hasn't got the modern day USB-C port in the back. See, what you do, you charge it up in the back there with the USB port there. But it's got the old-fashioned, what I call an old-fashioned port really. It's a bit of thin, bendy one. It's not better, stronger USB-C port, which is a bit of a shame, which is more common nowadays, USB-C. It doesn't matter. I carry all sorts of leads with me, most people do. And then you've got a power button there, so when it's charged, you simply switch it on, the logo glows, and then you switch it off. I'll have to read the instructions on how to use it exactly, because I think on the second pour, you switch it off, and then it's pour. I think I'm right in saying it works automatically. So, in the box, underneath, when you take the wrapper out, you get a little brush there. You can see it in the middle there. USB lead at the top there, and at the bottom, the only thing we want with us at the moment, because I've charged it up already, is it's got about scanning that and looking at the instructions. So there you go, like so. So basically, quite simply, you put the nozzle on the end, and you turn it, clicks and locks. There you go. Now I have a quick pull this. There's a piece of paper in the bottom there to protect it. Remove before you use. Pour that out. Apparently, I think you just pour water and then rinse it out, and you can rinse that nozzle out with a brush every time. You can't put that in the dishwasher or anything like that. Obviously, it's electronic. I got my Guinness glass, proper Guinness glass. I actually bought them last year for the video I did for St Patrick's Day last year. I think that's £15 bloody last year for 2 of them. Anyway, I wasn't initially planning on having a Guinness today. I was going to wait till later on today and go down a pub and have a pint of Guinness and a can of Guinness. But because I'm doing now, this video is going to be part 1 and part 2. I've decided, obviously, part 1, I've got to have a Guinness. So I'm not going to compare this to anything. And it does me a favour, really. It gives me a bit of practice on how to use this unit. So let's get one of these cans of Guinness out. Now, don't forget, you do need the special cans of beer. The Nitro Surge cans, okay? 558ml. Now, unlike some people, I've seen other reviews on this gadget. I am a Guinness drinker. I do like Guinness now and again. And what better time than St Patrick's Day? This is, I think the gadget's been out for quite a while, as I say, but I think they're doing a big push now in Tesco's and that, and other supermarkets, other shops. So I'm looking forward to tonight. Hopefully it'll be tonight. If it's not tonight, it'll be another night. Now, apparently, you crack open your can of beer, like so. Lovely. And then I think you put the nozzle, you click that with the nozzle facing there. And that's the rubber, I think there's a rubber seal around there. So I don't know how long that will last. And apparently, you get your Guinness, you got the nozzle, your open can there, then you got your, I think there's a rubber seal there, your nozzle faces that way. And that's it, just pushes on. That looks alright, that is ready to go. Then apparently you press the power button at the top and you see the glow at the top. I'm going to try and do this so you can see what happens, because you've got to lower it down to the bar vertical like so. I think you fill it 3/4 filled. Let's just double check the instructions. I mean, you shouldn't need instructions to pour a beer, but you do to get your first pour. Right, first pour. So glass at 45 degrees, glass at 45. Angle this up horizontal until it's, I think it's 3/4. As the beer flows, gradually tilt the can and glass together until the can is at 45 degrees. Yeah, so you go up. Right, okay, because the glass is vertical. Stop pouring when the glass is 3/4 full. Do not touch the nozzle or glass. Do not touch the nozzle on the glass. So I think you go 45 degrees and you go like that. So What I'm going to do, I'll bring the camera around a bit because this thing's in the way, so you got to go like so. Right, let's do that now. So apparently you take your glass and you pour up and over. Don't forget, switch the unit on. So switch the surger on the back. Glass at 45 degrees, start pouring. Pour, pour, pour. It's quite a small spout, so you've got plenty of time. And you can see it's putting those bubbles in, look, lovely. 3/4 full, you go up, up, glass vertical, and then over at 45, stop. Let that settle for about a minute, apparently. I'm sure you can wait a minute. That's what you got so far. That's looking good, actually. Then the remaining amount of beer, Guinness, you tip right over the opposite way at 45, apparently like so. And you apparently get the dome head on it, so we'll see how it goes, shall we? Let's get a beer towel down, in case we've got any spillages. Let's grab a beer towel. We've got a beer towel anywhere? Let's grab a beer towel. Throw that out of the way. I think that's been about a minute, over a minute. Right, leaving that on the bar like so. The final pour, you go up. Now if you watch, I think it says something about it switched off, because that has switched off. I haven't touched that. So what you do now, I think it says something about you wait 60 minutes. Stop pouring when the glass is 3/4 full. Do not touch the nozzle on glass. Allow first pour to settle for approximately 60 seconds, which that has now. Angle can at 45 degrees to slowly top up the glass, forming a classic Guinness domed head. Do not push the button for the second pour. This starts automatically. Okay, so apparently you go like that for the second pour. Tell you what, that can's empty. It just started. I think that's finished now. I think that's. It's weird. It's got a bit of weight to it, obviously, because you've got the gadget on the top. But it's a little bit top heavy. It feels a bit strange. I'll take that off actually. It's not that tipping over. I'll tell you what, that looks. Well, I didn't do the dome head. I sort of, it was going over the edge, so I sort of sucked the top off the head. But I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what, that's a nice drop of Guinness. That is a nice drop of Guinness. Right, don't forget that's a lovely drop of Guinness, but I can't compare it to the real draft Guinness from down the pub. Well, I can tonight, because I'm sneaking this in the pub. Hopefully, if all goes to plan, I'm going to try and work out tactics. I'm going to have to walk in a couple of different venues and see how the land lies, see how busy they are, see if I can hide in a corner somewhere. As I say, it's cold and by the time I go out tonight, it'll be a bit dark and cold. I might have to sit out somewhere. I do know a pub that's got like an outdoor area that's lit up. I might be able to do that. Have a sneaky one outside there, or I do know one which is a little bit of a club where you can hide in the corner somewhere. I'm not sure, or I could ask permission, but I don't think it's going to go down too well. Excuse me, can I bring my own beer in your pub and drink cans of Guinness in the corner? So tonight I'm going to sneak that out. I'm going to sneak in 1 or 2 cans of Guinnesses out. With me, I only bought the 4 cans to trial it out. So far, that is a lovely, lovely drop of Guinness. As I say, I do drink Guinness every now and again. If I get a bit bored with the lagers and that, the Guinness goes down well. And I tell you what, that's nice. £2 a can approximately. The gadget, once you bought the gadget, it lasts forever. There's no gas or anything in it. There's nothing to eat. You just recharge it with a standard USB plug. You get the lead with it, get a brush to clean it with. I'm liking it so far. Yeah, maybe I should compare it to a normal can of Guinness. I should have bought perhaps a couple of normal cans of Guinness, and I've not got any here, I don't think. Hello, Johnny boy. Now I can't find my other Guinness glass. I've got one more. I bought two the other year, and I think, right, I'll be back. I'll tell you what, I've got a plan. So the plan is this. That's out the Nitro Surge. I've got a Guinness draft stout here. It's nice and chilled actually. It's been down here. That's got the widget in there, so I'm gonna have a can of that as well. It gets better. Pint there for the Nitro Surge. Can that with a widget, and then I'm off down the pub later on to try out the draft versus that. So let's go and get another glass and try that one out first. Compare it to that. Will there be a lot of difference? I don't know. Between this and the Nitro Surge cans? We'll find out in a minute. I'm just going to nip indoors. I want to get a Guinness glass. Otherwise, we start putting it in different glasses. It's not a real test, is it? So I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to find the other Guinness glass, hopefully. I do know one thing. So far, I'm very, very pleased with the Nitro Surge gadget. If you're in the UK at the moment, you got the Tesco's. Get yourself a club card. Club card prices. Absolute bargain. I'll be back in a minute with the glass. We'll do a test on the standard Guinness draft with the widget. I think they come with a standard widget anyway. I can hear something flopping about in there. Be back in a sec. Found it. The other Guinness glass. We've got the other Guinness glass. So there's a pint of Guinness there. From the Nitro Surge machine and a Nitro Surge can of Guinness. As luck would have it, I found a spare can of Guinness on the shelf. Oh, that's the widget kicking in. .45 degrees. I'm pouring it as best I can. I'll stop in a minute. But draft, Nitro Surge, blah blah blah. And this one's just a. I'll let that settle. Let's get it 3/4 the same as the other one. Hope you can see that. Get that one out of the way. Don't drop it. I'm not sure how much these standard cans are. So this is how much in price they are. 440 millilitre can, 440 millilitre can. 4.1% volume, which is the same, I do believe, as this. I've never seen it in the shop. I've got the instructions on how to do it on the side, look. Of the can. 538 millilitres can, 4.1% volume, same, obviously it's the same. Get that out of the way. So that's sort of settled pretty much. We pour the rest in. Bit of a straight away, so I'm getting negative vibes with that one. No, I'll tell you what, I've got to let that settle, I know, but it's just not looking as good. I don't know why. I'm not letting it settle as much, but it's obviously the lower one is the nitro one. It looks similar to the light. It's still a bit bubbly at the top. You haven't got a full pint either, obviously because it's a smaller can. That doesn't. Let me see if there's a difference. There's definitely a difference. This is definitely. You can almost sort of taste the bubbles in the Nitro Surge one. It's like aerated, you know. Definitely better. The Nitro Surge one is definitely better than just a straight can. God, I've got to slow down a bit. I'm drinking it too fast. Yeah, that's that little test. That was I didn't plan to do that, Tess. I just had that can behind me, the standard can behind me, the widget. I didn't even know that was there, to be honest with you. So I'm pleased about that then. That was lucky. A bit of an added bonus. I didn't realise when I came down that I had a spare can of standard Guinness on the shelf behind me, which is a bit of luck. It's the last can there. Standard 440ml widget can, 4.1%, compared to the 558ml can, 4.1% Nitro Surge can, £2 a can. So basically it's £2 for a pint, which is not too bad for a pint of Guinness. And I'll tell you now, and I mean this, the Nitro Surge can of Guinness does taste a little bit better. I'm not going to say a lot better. I'm not going to say significantly better. It tastes a tiny bit better than the widget can. It's a full pint of beer there. You got the widget, you got to pay out for the widget, etc. It's definitely better, marginally better. It tastes better. It looks better. You get a better head on it. You get, as I say, the instructions say you get a dome head on it. It pours better. A little bit of faffing about once you get used to it, what to do. It's, you know what? It's well worth. I'm pleased I bought that. Pleased I bought that. And I think if they're going to run these deals now in Tesco's and other supermarkets, the price may drop. As I say, Guinness are pushing these big time in Tesco's at the moment. They're everywhere. I couldn't find them on the Guinness shelf initially in the supermarket. I went down to the whiskies, had a look at the cheap whiskies, went back, because I don't do shopping basically, wandered around like I needed it for a little while, stared at the Guinness shelf, wishing for them to appear. Eventually went and asked some young lady, and I said, have you got one of these machines to look it up? I said, oh, Guinness Nitro Surge, there. Lo and behold, by the whiskies at the end was a big separate rack. Wasn't even near the beers, it's a separate rack. So if you do pop in Tesco's after you watch the video to get one of these Nitro Surge cans, Nitro Surge gadgets and the cans, look out for the separate, like a proper little display, separate trolley thing walking, going around the store. It's a proper little, a separate display unit with the gadgets and the beers. The gadgets on the top, the beers underneath. As I say, prices again, I think with the club cards, pretty cheap. £25 minus £3, £8 minus £1 with the 4 cans of beer. Not too bad at all. No gas, nothing in that. You just charge it up. I mean, Guinness, let's be fair, Guinness is a big company. They don't muck about. The branding on that's lovely. It feels, when you read up on the articles on it, they've had top designers making this, creating this. I don't know what they've done inside that, but it definitely works. It's got a little rubber seal there. I'm not sure how long that's going to last for, but you just pop it on off the can. Only works with Nitro Surge cans, obviously. Well worth buying, I think. Well worth buying. The real proof will be tonight down the pub when I do a secret test. That will be in the next video. So please like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Comments below are welcome. I'm going to go indoors now, edit this video and drink these beers. And I'm looking forward to having a bit of food, going out down my local and sneaking this in the pub and see if I can get away with it. If I can get away with it, you'll see another video tomorrow at some stage. If I haven't got away with it, you'll see a video at a later date. I'll have to sneak it out in the garden, the pub garden, but I'm hoping to sneak it inside the pub, do a little sneak one in the pub. I do know a couple of people in the pub that run a pub. I might have to have permission, be really nice about it, and tell them what I'm up to. They might be okay with it, we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for that next video, people. Comments welcome. Meanwhile, I've got to go and drink this. I'll get this one done first, I think. Well, hang on. Ah, nice. Let's not forget while we're here, people. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Have a nice evening. See you again soon. Bye-bye. Thank you.